All right, welcome to the Panther Pad Podcast, another great episode we have for you today. I am General Mike Payne, National General under King Rick. And who do we have?
I am a soldier in the Black Panther Party. Yes. I am Lola Truitt.
All right. Today, we're going to have some good topics for you. I think that's going to really benefit everybody because it's current news that's going on. We're going to talk about Ice Cube and his statements and what he has going on. And we are going to talk about
Karen-patra.
Okay, yes. Cleopatra, also known as
Karen-patra.
All right. So that's where we're going to go with it. So let's get into it. All right. Ice Cube. Everybody's jumping on Ice Cube. All right. And I feel it's a little unfair.
I feel it's unfair too because Ice Cube has been completely pro-black since he came out.
Mm-hmm.
Since he was, with his black in the rap group and everything. Minister to society or something.
Whoa, wait a minute.
I could be messed up.
It's all good. I got you covered on that. Since he came out with NWA, yes. Ice Cube, has always held down the black community. I remember songs like Black Korea that he had when he talked about how the Koreans and the different ethnic groups would come in and take over our neighborhoods. Mm-hmm. I remember songs like Horny Little Devil where he talked about how white men were trying to get involved with our black women. Mm-hmm. I remember songs like I Want to Kill Sam, where he was talking mm-hmm. about going to the military, mm-hmm. and he was talking about Uncle Sam. He did this at a time when it wasn't even popular.
Exactly.
He could have lost his career back then or whatever, but he always has been a solid dude, and it hurts me to see the black community always being so fickle. It's like, mm-hmm. wow. Somebody says one thing, wrong, and I'm not saying he said anything wrong, but somebody goes in a direction or they don't understand, what he's doing, and they all of a sudden want to just automatically write him off. And I don't think that's wrong. We need to give the brother a chance.
But the thing about it, though, people believe what the media said when they mm-hmm. didn't even do their own research. Right. Ice Cube was trying to meet either with the Democrat or the Republicans to speak about the black issues because they didn't have one that they were talking about.
Right. And they actually contacted him.
Yes. He
has what was called, I believe it's called like the Black Plan or something like that.
Yes.
He's not part of the Platinum Plan. That's a plan they have.
Yeah.
But they decided they wanted to work with him. He said, I'll work with either side. I'll work with the Republicans. I'll work with the Democrats. Mm-hmm. Anybody that'll get something done. And he's talking about independence. And that's something we talk about a lot is mm-hmm. where us as black people, we need to be more independent. As far as our voting, vote for somebody that's going to do something for you. Stop just saying I'm part of this party because we're all supposed to be Democrats. Stop doing that. If the Republicans have a plan that's going to really genuinely help out black people, then you might want to vote for that plan. If the plan is on the Democratic side, fine. Because neither one of them really care about us. So if they have something and something can get done, let's get it done.
Okay, but this is the problem I have with that.
Mm-hmm.
This is the same nation now that enslaved us for the last 400 years, came up with Jim Crow laws mm-hmm. to keep us from gaining financial prosperity and wealth in this nation. Even
right.
though we built this nation, we were not given the free rights as everyone else that are here.
Mm-hmm.
Even immigrants coming in this country get more rights than we have and get better treatment, get more money and everything else.
But that's what he's trying to fix. That's what's in the plan.
Yeah, but I'm happy you brought that up. But what I'm trying to say is the fact that we need to start going and doing our own thing and stop looking to those who are oppressing us. Because think about it. If I'm making a profit off of you, will I ever tell you really how to live without me? Would I let you do that?
And I understand that.
Yeah.
But until we can do this thing we've been screaming for centuries called unity, we still have to get something done.
Yeah,
so I'm looking at it like he's saying, hey, look, that dude is the president, whoever's in power. If I can get you to move and make something happen, great. If I can get you to put our people in a better spot, great. I don't care who you are,
Exactly.
And I get it. I agree with you. Yeah, we do at some point need to, break away and, get our thing together. But,
mm-hmm.
It's really hard to get black people together to to do anything together in unity. And
but the thing about
we've been trying that for a long time. It hasn't been successful.
What I'm starting to realize, because I've been talking to a few other, black activists about the same thing we're talking about, we don't need every black person. Some are completely psychologically damaged because of the society. They don't even know that they're still enslaved.
Right.
So, in order to fix it, we just take the few like-minded people as ourselves and just do something. We build that for our people that are ready, and if you're not, you're just going to suffer with the oppressor. It's just that simple.
I mean, I get it, but
not everyone's going to be saved. It's kind of like an ark mentality.
Yeah, I get that, but until that happens, what do? Until we can get that going on, something still needs to be done. Policies still need to be made.
Yeah, I'm not saying that you're wrong.
Things need to be followed. As far as
I agree with you.
We have to do something, and the people that's going at them about it.
Or it's come from the liberal side.
Or they're just not, they don't have any plans at all in place themselves. Like, how do you shit on a man's plan? Swear jar, put one in there. All right. How do you shit on a man's plan and then you don't have one yourself? You're just going to be mad that he's so-called working with Trump. And let's get this clear. From what he even said, he's not working with anyone. He's not working with Trump. He's looking for anyone that will help. Now, if Biden would have picked up that phone and said, "Hey, let's get this done," he would have worked with them.
But he also put him off till next year. He said, "Well, we ain't going to talk about anything else till next year."
So he went to the Republicans and said, "What you gonna do?" But he also said that he needs to work with both parties, regardless of what, because the black agenda and the problem that we're having here in America is so big that you need the Republicans and the Democrats to come together to fix that problem or to help that problem get better as far as the plan that he has.
And people keep saying they had dinner. Okay, and people went back to saying he would never have dinner with the president. They went back to the rap song. He didn't have dinner with him. He just meant to really speak with him. They didn't even go nowhere to eat.
And, the thing is this. When you have somebody that's of power and in charge, regardless whether you like them or don't like them, you still have to have a dialogue in order to get stuff done. You had kings that would talk to other kings that they were at war with in order to make peace in the land.
Even give their
daughters, don't have to like them.
Even to give their daughters to marry just to create unions.
They would do it. So, dialogue and communication is completely needed. And I think we need to give the brother a break. And we need to at least wait to see what he has going on and see what pans out before we decide to just throw him to the wolves and call him a sellout.
They should have had the same energy for Cardi B, though. Where was the same energy? Because she was talking with Bernie Sanders and Jim Crow Joe.
Right. So give the brother a break, all right? And we're going to get ready to go to our next topic. And we're going to be talking about Cleopatra.
A.K.A. Karen-patra.
Yeah. Now, I know you guys are wondering why we're calling Cleopatra Karen-patra, right? Mm-hmm. And Gal Gadot, I believe is her name?
Gadot.
Yeah, Gal Gadot.
Gadot.
Now, look, I think she's a wonderful actress. I think she's beautiful. I think she's holding it down. As far as the movies go, she did Wonder Woman very well. But they say she's getting ready to play Cleopatra. So let's talk about it.
Well, you have to remember the region of where these people originated from.
Mm-hmm. But before you get into that,
okay,
how do you feel about her playing?
I'm angry as fuck. Swear jar.
Swear jar. Add one.
Add two.
Okay. Now tell me why.
Okay. One, they continue to have white people portray our history. Now, as you know, Cleopatra, yes, she was of Greek. She had also Greek descendant. She was a descendant of Greek, but also Northern African. Mm-hmm. She was both. Now let's look at the region. That's in Africa. Where do European features fit into that whole region of the world there that we're talking about? Mm-hmm. If you look at the Greeks at that time, they were not European looking at all. Just being honest. So.
And also with her being mixed, I guess, as you could say, of two different kind of ethnic backgrounds, but we do know she was of a brown nature.
Yes.
and they say her mother may even be indigenous to Africa. So if that's the case, then we know what's up. And the sad thing is, as we've spoken about on this show before, is the narrative. We have to paint our own narratives, because otherwise, if we don't tell our own stories, other people tell them for us and they get it wrong. Now, let me ask you, give me your opinion. Do you think do you blame Hollywood, or do you put more of the blame on the actual actors?
I don't blame the actors, because at the end of the day, they're portraying what they're being told to portray. So I feel that it's up to us to start telling our own stories and letting people know. Like, for example, do you really think it'll fly over if a black man said that he was going to play Jesus Christ? Do you think they will let that happen? Think about it.
We did have Morgan Freeman play God.
But no, that was just in a comical role.
It was. It wasn't like Passion of the Christ.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now, if you were going to portray that whole entire story with black actors, because that is in Northern Africa. The Middle East does not exist. The Middle East is Northern Africa.
There we go.
That's just a political, title they gave to Northern Africa for political reasons, so they can continue to exploit the oil and resources of Africa. And they purposely planted white people there so they feel like they have the rights to be there, when they actually fucking don't. It's another swear jar.
Swear jar.
Anyway, getting off that topic, we have to start telling our own stories, even if it hurts people.
Right, but what I'm asking also, as far as Hollywood goes, now, do you think as an actress, when they're offered these roles, do they turn them down?
You can turn it down.
I mean, should they?
The thing about it, though, they've been playing. Look, okay, so we have to be honest. Look at Elizabeth Taylor played Cleopatra back in like the 1950s.
Right.
So white people have been portraying Egyptians forever now. So she felt comfortable taking that role because of her Israeli, nationality.
Well, we don't know that. I don't know that. All I know is she was offered the role. She took it. I don't know if it was, she felt comfortable because of the background, or she just felt like the portrayal of Cleopatra has always been beautiful. It has a certain look. They've always put a certain look on it. So maybe she took it because she felt, she has that strong stature, that look. Maybe that just fit. So, it could have been because of that. It could have been, I don't know. But that's what I'm asking. Do we look at it and say, well, does the actress, should they say, hey, I have respect for the person I'm playing or portraying, and say, look, I'm not going to do it? Okay. Or do they take the money and just go ahead and do it?
I'm going to mention something, not to deviate from what we're talking about, but Zoe Zendella, she portrayed Nina Simone in blackface.
Right.
She got her an afro wig, put on a prosthetic nose, darkened her skin. It looked like a mockery. They had India.Arie, who actually portrayed her on an SNL episode and did a very good job at it. And she even said before she died who she wanted to portray her, either Whoopi Goldberg or India.Arie, and they did not do that for her, and the movie was a flop.
Okay.
So let's be honest, Hollywood has a really bad history of making sure anything that is exalted, anything that's looked up, that is really uplifting our society, they make sure black people don't portray that, because the whole narrative about black people will change.
Especially when it's something realistic. They gave us Black Panther, the Marvel movie, and Wakanda and all that, and people went crazy. That's great, but that's not realistic. That's fantasy, that's fiction. When it comes to real life, we need to have our people portrayed as who they are, and the ethnic group, they need to get that right.
But I really think that's coming, because YouTube and other places like Netflix, a lot of these people are making their own movies now.
True.
Without Hollywood.
True.
Hollywood is going to become a thing of the past soon, and we're going to have a chance to tell our stories. If I write a movie, I am not going to let Europeans be the hero when it comes to our slavery stories.
Yeah, I hate that too.
I'm going to villainize you, and you're going to be the fucking devil. Another swear, I'm sorry.
Yeah, so, like they say, what was that, Dave Chappelle? Last Black Man on Earth, starring Tom Hanks. Isn't that what he said? Look, we just need to stop it, and we need to fight for that because we don't want our children learning or looking at things and thinking that, this is what Africa really looked like. This is who the Egyptians are. You have some people that think that Egyptians are, white, and Egypt isn't even in Africa. So we need to definitely clear that up. You got one more thing because we're out of time.
Okay, we're out of time, but I want to let everyone know the first people who built ancient Kemet were of Sudanese descent. The Sudanese built Egypt and all the pyramids. They did it. Europeans did not do it. I just got to let y'all know that.
Yeah. Hey, it's all black, and
they were still living in the cave.
All right, that is the end of our show. Share, like, subscribe. Share, like, and subscribe. Definitely hit us up on all our social media links. The original Black Panthers of VA on YouTube, and you can also just stop by, say hello on the Black Panther Party VA page on Facebook, and definitely get with us. We like hearing from you. We like hearing your comments, and we do check them. So hit us up. We're around, and we are out and signing off from the Panther Pad Podcast.
All power to the people.